Hello viewers, in this video I am going to discuss about nomenclature and classification of enzymes. We all know enzymes are biological catalysts which bring about chemical reactions in the living cell. So initially when enzymes were discovered, they were named according to their source or mode of activity. For example, an enzyme known to act in the digestion of foods was named pepsin from the Greek word pepsis, means digestion. Another example, lysozyme was named for its ability to lyse bacterial cell walls. While many enzymes have been given uninformative names, for example, trypsin, chymotrypsin, as more enzymes were discovered, a more systematic nomenclature was developed. The trivial or common names of the enzymes are derived by adding the suffix "ase" to the name of the substrate. Substrate means the substance on which enzyme is acting. Okay. So for example, if the substrate is lactose, then the enzyme which is acting on lactose is lactase. Ose is replaced by ase, suffix ase. Okay. So if the substrate is maltose, then the name of the enzyme will be maltase. If it is cellulose, then the enzyme is cellulase. If it is starch, then the enzyme is amylase. Now, what is starch? Starch is a polysaccharide which is made up of two components. One is amylose, one is amylopectin. Amylose is 80% of the starch is of amylose and 20% is amylopectin, and therefore the name amylase. Okay. Then the protein, if the substrate is protein, then the enzyme which is acting on it is protease. And if the substrate is lipid, then it is lipase. So, depending upon the substrate on which the enzyme is acting, the suffix ase is added and then the enzyme is named. Okay. Now then another method, that is the systematic names of the enzyme, that is developed, and it is composed of two parts. First part and second part. The first part is the name of the substrate. We know what is substrate? The substance on which enzyme is acting. So the name of the substrate, and the second part is composed of nature of the reaction, which reaction is being catalyzed by the enzyme, and then the suffix ase. Now let's discuss this method of nomenclature by taking an example. See, this is ethanol. In presence of NAD positive, which is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, a cofactor, it is getting converted into ethanol. So ethanol is getting converted into ethanol. So what is the name of the substrate? So enzyme is acting here on the ethanol. So it is alcohol. So name of the substrate is alcohol. Now, which type of reaction is this? You can see here that this H from here and H from here goes out. So it is dehydrogenation. Since it is dehydrogenation, therefore, now you can name the enzyme. It is alcohol dehydrogenase. As I told you, the first part is alcohol, the name of the substrate. The second part is the nature of the reaction and the suffix ase. And therefore, the name of the enzyme which is carrying out this reaction according to the systematic nomenclature is alcohol dehydrogenase. Okay, so this is the example where we have one substrate which is getting converted into the product. Now let's discuss when the bimolecular reactions. In the bimolecular reactions where two molecules are present, then how to name systematically. And again two part, first part and second part. In the first part, it is the names of both the substrates separated by a colon. Okay, and then the second part will remain the same, the nature of the reaction and the suffix ase. Again, we will understand this way of nomenclature by taking this example. This is 2-oxoglutarate. This is L-alanine. It is an amino acid. This is L-glutamate and this is pyruvate. Okay. Now, if you can see that from alanine, this NH2 is transferred here. So this is the transfer of the amino group from here to here. Okay, so when the NH2 group is transferred here, this is CHNH2. That is, it is glutamate is formed, and here it will be C double bond O, that is pyruvate. So it is a transfer of the amino group. So first, the name of the substrates. Substrates are 2-oxoglutarate and L-alanine, and it is a transfer of the amino group, and the amino group is transferring from L-alanine to 2-oxoglutarate. So the name of the substrate is two substrates, so you have to write on both the substrates separated by a colon, and since here the amino group is transferred from L-alanine, so the L-alanine will come first, so it is L-alanine colon 2-oxoglutarate. So the name of the substrate, okay, and then the nature of the reaction, transfer of the amino group. Okay, so amino group is transferred, so it is amino transfer. So the name of the systematic name of the enzyme will be L-alanine colon 2-oxoglutarate aminotransferase. So this is the enzyme, which is systematic name of the enzyme which is catalyzing this reaction. I hope it is clear to everyone. So then sometimes the same enzyme has two or more names, or two different enzymes may have the same name. So because of such ambiguities and the ever increasing number of newly discovered enzymes, a more systematic nomenclature has been developed by International Commission on Enzymes in 1961. According to this system, enzymes are divided into 6 main groups according to the nature of the reaction that is catalyzed. Okay, so these are the 6 main groups of the enzymes: oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, and ligases. So we'll discuss all of them one by one. So first is oxidoreductases. So these enzymes catalyze, as the name indicates, oxidation reduction reactions. Okay, so let's say this is example where we have started with lactate. This is lactate and it is getting converted into pyruvate. So what is happening? What is the nature? Which type of reaction is this? H from here and H from here goes out as hydrogen molecule H2, and a double bond comes here. It is an oxidation reaction and it is a removal of the hydrogen. And since hydrogen is removed from the lactate, and therefore the systematic name is lactate dehydrogenase. From lactate, hydrogen is removed and therefore it is lactate dehydrogenase. And since it is an oxidation reaction, so this enzyme comes under the category of oxidoreductase. Another example, this is succinate and this is fumarate. So there is a bond here, double bond here, that means removal of, again the removal of 2 hydrogen atoms. One hydrogen from here, one hydrogen from here, that is hydrogen molecule, and therefore, and this hydrogen molecule is getting removed from succinate, and therefore the name of the systematic name I am talking about is succinate dehydrogenase, and since it is again an oxidation reaction, so the enzyme is oxidoreductase. Okay, now the second type, transferases. This group of enzyme catalyzes the transfer of various functional groups. Just now we have seen that in this case, the amino group is transferred from alanine to 2-oxoglutarate. So it is aminotransferase. Systematic name we have seen, alanine colon 2-oxoglutarate aminotransferase. So this type of reaction or the enzyme is, the main group is transferase. So this enzyme belongs to transferase. This is another example for transferase. Glucose reacts with ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is releasing phosphate, or you can say phosphate group is transferred from ATP to glucose. Since the phosphate group is given by ATP, it gets converted into ADP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate and it is adenosine diphosphate. So one of the phosphate from ATP is transferred to glucose, and therefore glucose gets converted into glucose 6-phosphate and ATP into ADP. Now, hexokinase is a common name. Hexo stands for 6 carbon atoms. Glucose molecule is composed of 6 carbon atoms, and therefore this hexo comes from 6 carbon atoms, and kinase is used where there is a transfer of the phosphate group. So since the phosphate group is transferred, therefore the term kinase, and therefore the common name of this enzyme is hexokinase, and it belongs to the main group transferase. I hope this is clear to everyone. Then the third type, hydrolases. As the name indicates, these catalyze hydrolytic reactions. For example, if they are carrying out the hydrolysis of proteins, then they are called protease. We have discussed lipid, then lipase. Ester, hydrolysis of ester is done by esterase. So they all are the examples of hydrolases. Now here glucose 6-phosphate is hydrolyzed to give glucose plus phosphate group. The common name of the enzyme is phosphatase, and it belongs to the main, what is the main group? Hydrolase, because it is a hydrolytic reaction. Then lipase are also examples of hydrolases. They hydrolyze oils and fats. Oils and fats are called lipids. Oils, fats, waxes, they are all lipids. This is lipid. And we can see here ester bonds are there. So when hydrolysis takes place in presence of the enzyme, these are the ester bonds which will get hydrolyzed, and we know that when we'll hydrolyze an ester, then we get alcohol plus acid. So this part goes out as alcohol, and this alcohol is called glycerol, and this part will give mixture of acids. One acid from here, one from here, one from here. So you will get mixture of acids. So since it is a hydrolytic reaction, and therefore this enzyme belongs to hydrolase. The main type of this enzyme is hydrolase. Then lyase. There are two types of lysis. One which catalyze addition to the double bonds, and the other which catalyzes the removal of the groups from the substrate by the mechanism other than hydrolysis. For example, decarboxylase, deaminase. So whenever there is a removal of the group, or whenever there is an addition at the double bond, these type of reactions, if these type of reactions are catalyzing out, therefore then these enzymes comes under the category of lyses. For example, here fumarate. This is fumarate. Water is added here. So water is added at the double bond. One H comes, if the water is added, so H comes here and OH here. So it gets converted into malate. So the common name is fumarase because enzyme is acting on the fumarate. Therefore the common name is fumarase, and here the addition at the double bond will take place, and therefore this belongs to the class lyase. Then comes the fifth, that is isomerases. As the name indicates, these catalyze various types of isomerization reactions. For example, racemases. Racemases means which brings about racemization. Mutases. What is mutases? Mutases are those enzymes which will catalyze the transfer of group within the molecule from one position to another. That means it is intramolecular transfer of the group. Group is transferred from one position to another within the molecule. If from one molecule to another, if the group is transferred, then they are transferase. While mutase is the one where within the molecule, the group is transferred from one position to another. Then epimerase, which bring about epimerization. So on. Now let's discuss the example. Glucose 6-phosphate is getting converted into fructose 6-phosphate. So it is isomerization reaction. The common name of the enzyme is phosphoglucoisomerase. This is a common name of the enzyme, and it belongs to isomerase. Name also indicate it is a isomerase. Now this is mutase. See here it is 3-phosphoglycerate. Glycerate with the phosphate group at the third position, and now it is shifting to the second position. So phosphate group is transferred from the third position to second position, and therefore it is an example of mutase, and the common name is phosphoglycerate mutase. So in the phosphoglycerate, the phosphate is moving from one position to another. So it is an example of isomerase type. Okay. And now the sixth type is ligases. Ligases are those enzymes which catalyze the binding together of two molecules into one with the participation of ATP. So ATP is in this ATP is converted into ADP plus PI. So that is a breaking of the ATP. It is an energy rich molecule. So energy is released and the pyruvate carbon dioxide is getting added up onto the pyruvate to give oxaloacetate. So these two combined together to give oxaloacetate in the presence of ATP, where the ATP is getting converted into ADP plus inorganic phosphate. So this is ligases. So now we have discussed all the 6 main types, main classes of enzymes. Just a quick revision. The first type is oxidoreductase. The second type is transferase, then the hydrolase, then the lyase, then the isomerase and the ligase. Now I am citing you few examples and you have to identify that it belongs to which main class. Okay, let's see, this is the example where the citrate is getting converted into cis-aconitate. And if you have to identify the main class of the enzyme, then you have to find out that which reaction is taking place. See here, OH from here, H from here goes out as water molecule and a double bond is generated. I told you that type of enzyme which brings about the addition at the double bond or helps in the formation of double bond. And that is lyase. So this enzyme in this reaction or this reaction is carried out by the enzyme lyase, which belongs to the main class lyase. Then see this example. This is malate and malate is getting converted into oxaloacetate. Now which reaction is taking place? See here, OH. Oh, it is dehydrogenation. Hydrogen is removed from here and a double bond is formed. And here it is the oxidation. OH group is getting converted. The alcoholic group is getting converted into the ketonic group. Okay. So it belongs to oxidoreductase. Very good. And then maltose with water. Maltose is a disaccharide composed of 2 glucose units. So glucose is a monosaccharide. Disaccharide, monosaccharides, they are sugars. They are carbohydrates. So maltose is composed of 2 units of glucose. So it gets hydrolyzed to give 2 glucose units. So it is a hydrolytic reaction. So it belongs to the main class of the enzyme is hydrolase. And now the last example. See here, 1,3-diphosphoglycerate is getting converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. So the phosphate group is transferred from 1,3-diphosphoglycerate to ADP. So ADP is getting converted into ATP and this 1,3-diphosphoglycerate is getting converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. That means the phosphate group is transferred from here to here. So it is transferase. If the phosphate group is transferring within the molecule, then it is mutase. We have seen it is mutase. Isomerase type of reaction is isomerase. While if the phosphate group is transferred from one molecule to another, here from 1,3-diphosphoglycerate to ADP, then the main class of enzyme is transferase. So I hope it is clear to everyone that what are the main 6 classes and how we can identify the main classes of the enzymes. Now, each enzyme commission number. Each enzyme is specified by an enzyme commission number. The EC, that is enzyme commission number, is made up of 4 components separated by full stops. 4 numbers. You have to write down 4 components are the 4 numbers. And all the 4 components, or you can say all the 4 numbers, are separated by full stops. Now let's discuss what are those 4 numbers. The first number identifies the class of the reaction catalyzed. The class of the reaction catalyzed, we have discussed all the 6 classes. So all that 6, the first number will be identified by the or identifies the class of reaction. For example, if an enzyme is carrying out oxidation reaction, so it belongs to oxidoreductase, and oxidoreductase is number 1. Whatever is the serial number, you have to remember the serial number. 1 is oxidoreductase, 2 is transferase, 3 is hydrolase, 4th is lyase, 5th is isomerase, 6th is ligase. So these numbers are the first number. Okay. For example, if an enzyme is carrying out isomerization, so the first number will be 5 because the serial number for isomerase is 5. Okay, so you have to remember the serial number of all the main classes of enzymes which we have discussed just now, because that will identify the class of the reaction catalyzed. That is the first number in the enzyme commission number. Then the second number, which is the subclass, it generally contains information about the type of compound or group involved. So which type of compound or group is involved, that is the nature of the substrate, which type of reaction, which type of compound is involved, that will give us the second number, which is the subclass of the main class. So main class, so just main classes are all those 6 classes which we have read just now. So that is a main class, and the subclass under that, the class, that will give us the second number. What about the third number? Third number, that is the subclass, further specifies the type of reaction involved. Which type of reaction is involved is given by the third number. We'll discuss it in the details in the next slides. And then the fourth and the last number, as I told you, the enzyme commission number is composed of 4 components. So the fourth, that is the last number, is a serial number that is used to identify the individual enzyme within a subclass. So in the subclass, what is the individual enzyme? The number of the individual enzyme will be the fourth number. That means an enzyme commission number is 4 numbers separated by dots. So each enzyme is specified by 4 numbers separated by dots. Now, again, let's discuss. If enzyme commission number is 1.1.1.1, then this first, the blue dot, the 1, it is the main class. I told you, this is the main class. You can easily identify, you know now all the 6 main classes. So you can easily find out that what will be the first number. Then second number is the subclass, which will tell you about the type of compound or group which is involved. Then this third number, it is subclass. That means which type of reaction is going on or is involved. And then the last number, the fourth number, that is individual enzyme within that subclass. So these are the 4 numbers separated by dots. So it is enzyme commission number. Now, some examples of enzyme commission number. So the first number is clear to everyone. I hope the first number is clear to everyone. The first number is the serial number of all the main this class of enzymes which we have discussed. So if I am saying it is 1, that means here I am talking about what is 1? Oxidoreductase. So here I am talking about oxidoreductase. So the enzyme is oxidoreductase. Now let's focus on the second number. It is denoted by the red color, the second number. So the second number for oxidoreductase, that is the subclass, indicates the type of group in the donor that undergoes oxidation reduction. So the donor, which donor is involved in the because it is oxidation reduction reaction, because oxidoreductase, it belongs to the type oxidoreductase. So which type of the group is acting as a donor in oxidation or reduction reaction? Okay, so if it is 1, that means it is CHOH group which is acting as a donor here. So CHOH group is donor. Then 4, it acts on CH2NH2 group of donors. So if the donor is CHNH2, then the 4. So this is the second number. So second number, that is a subclass, indicates the type of group in the donor that undergoes oxidation or reduction. Now the third number. So in oxidoreductase, this third number again denoted by, this is first number, this is second, and now the third, denoted by red color. The third number, the subclass further specifies the type of reaction involved. If it is 1, it indicates that NAD positive, this is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, these are the cofactors, that is the acceptor. So which is accepting? Donor, we have seen the second number. The third number is, which is the acceptor. So NAD positive or NADP positive is acceptor. Then 1, 2 means cytochrome is acceptor. So accordingly, the third number is specifying the type of reaction involved. So if we are talking about enzyme commission number 1.1.1.1, that means this indicates it is an oxidoreductase. This indicates that it involves the hydrogen transfer from a CHOH group. So donor is CHOH. This one indicates that it is a acceptor is NAD positive or NADP positive, and this one indicates the individual number to the enzyme. Okay, so this is the reaction, and the enzyme commission number for the enzyme which is carrying out this reaction is this. And we have already discussed the systematic name for this compound, alcohol dehydrogenase. Removal of the hydrogen from here to give ethanol. So the systematic name is alcohol dehydrogenase and the enzyme commission number is 1.1.1.1. Another example, if the enzyme commission number is 2.6.1.2. So the first number 2 means it is transferase. So 2 means it is transferase. Now let's discuss this example. This we have discussed already in this video, where we have seen that amino group is transferred from L-alanine to 2-oxoglutarate here to give L-glutamate and pyruvate. So this 2, the number 2 indicates that it is a transferase. Now the sixth number here, the second number, which is 6 here, indicate transfer of nitrogenous groups. So whenever the nitrogenous groups are transferring, the second number will be 6. This one indicates transaminase. So that means the amino group is transferred. 6 indicates nitrogenous group. So nitrogenous group can be any group containing nitrogen. So if it is amino group, then it is 1. So this one indicates the transfer of amino group. And this 2 is for alanine transaminase. So whenever the alanine is involved in the transfer of the amino group, then the number 2. So the 2.6.1.2, I hope it is clear to everyone. So 2 stands for transferase, 6 for transfer of nitrogenous group, 1 is the transfer of amino group, and 2 is for alanine transaminase. And if we discuss about the systematic name for this compound, for this reaction, the name of the enzyme for this reaction, then it is L-alanine 2-oxoglutarate aminotransferase. So this is the enzyme commission number and this is the systematic name. Okay, so today we have discussed about the nomenclature and the classification of enzymes and the enzyme commission number, which is recommended by International Commission on Enzymes, is the most systematic way to for the nomenclature of enzymes. But generally or widely, this systematic nomenclature of enzymes is used because it is more convenient and easy to learn or easy to understand. So I hope this topic is clear to everyone. Thanks for watching.